Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Dungeon Meshi episode 12 reaction. So the previous episode. Yeah, a few interesting things happened. First of all, we had to fight the dragon, and I was constantly thinking how it's going to go so wrong, and they will maybe not be able to do it. They will have to retreat. Then later they'll come back. All that stuff, like the way they were just constantly like triggering death flags. I was like, yeah, this ain't happening anytime soon. But they were able to defeat it, one way or the other. And then what happened was that Falin isn't there in the stomach or anywhere else, but they did find Falin's staff and a human skull inside the sack where the undigested stuff go in, and the dragons use it for fuel. So now a lot of questions. Is that actually Falin's skull? The staff is definitely Falin's staff, but that doesn't prove anything. Like the skull could be someone else's skull, and maybe something happened and she somehow got out of it, or maybe like that's it. Actually, she's no more. So yeah, and the fact that you cannot even bring her back if you're not able to recover her body, because the soul is anchored to the body. If the body gets destroyed, it's over. So even the resurrection spells won't help if you don't have her body. So yeah, all these things, I don't know what which direction this is going to go now. Let's see. Right, yeah, episode 12. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Like this scene in the opening, every single time thought, because of the scene, I thought Falin is still alive. So it'll be so weird if she's actually gone. Like every time in the opening, I see that scene and I'm like, oh, she's just sitting probably in the tummy of the dragon. That's how I saw the scene in the opening. But now I'm really not sure what to you know yeah. Oh boy. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, here we go. No, if the body's not there, you cannot. I doubt you can do it. Is that really her? Oh my god. Bond between us. Oh, so we have to do it here. Oh, complete restoration. Hmm. Twice the calories are damaged by what? Fresh blood and okay, that makes sense. What? Oh my god, really? What? I'm going to use the dragon. Whoa. Oh, yo, this is going in the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood route, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, really? So that is actually Falin. I still had my doubts that's Falin. I was like, it can be someone else's skull. Reconstruct her bone structure. What? Oh, so you need to put together both the. Wait, what? Yeah, I was like, okay. Well, like I was like, why do you need to put the war? Damn. A doctor would have been very good here because a doctor would know like the human anatomy and everything. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Ankle bone. Okay. Okay. Is that a human leg? Yeah. Okay. Wait, what? No? Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Give me. Okay, looks okay. Yeah. Oh my god. I was thinking. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, yeah, true. I never thought about that. Yeah, why do the monsters don't resurrect? Okay, so this is the forbidden magic. Wow. Yeah. Hey, is this going the Full Metal Alchemist direction? I don't know, man. Nothing good comes of resurrection or bringing the dead back to life. I've always seen this in every single show. Wait, was she successful? Okay, it does look like a human body. Wait, so she was able to. Is she alive? Okay, so. Oh, oh. Wow, she was able to do it. I was thinking it's gonna go wrong or something, like some monster's gonna come out or something. Can she recognize her? Hopefully, because the soul is still the same. Okay, yeah. Oh, so there's no side effects. Like everything's okay now? Okay. Okay, yeah. I was thinking like there's. Hmm. Yeah, she can talk. You can see she can talk. She's a bit discombobulated. That word. And she remembers everyone, so it seems like everything's okay. No, she's hungry. Yeah, I guess didn't eat for a while. Oh my god. Are we going to eat the dragon meat? Oh boy, that'll be. Okay, she looks like, like she's fine. She remembers everything. But didn't they use the dragons? I guess. Yeah. Ah. Oh. Whoa. Wait. Transferring. Ah. Okay. Is it because they used the dragons? Yeah. Hmm. Yep. Obviously, that question. It feels so weird that there's no problem that it actually worked. Hmm. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he's scratching the. Okay. If you go like the normal way, bruh. Oh, wow. Can we take a loan? I doubt anyone knew about it. Oh, she. Okay, she. Ah, so she did tell it to her. Him. I don't think so. And even if she is. Yep, like elves and dark elves, they have like a rivalry in most of the shows that I've seen. Sure. Yeah, don't do that. Exactly. This is like a exception. Why is he just drinking? Where's Senshi? Yeah, what? Is he, oh, he's so happy because she's going to cook the dragon. Hey, this is so weird that they use the dragon to make Falin and now they're going to eat the dragon meat. Yeah, it's the dragon meat. Wait, what? Oh no! Hey, stop! Oh my god! Oh lord. Oh, did Falin do something? Like using magic? What the? Wait, what happened? Where's Falin? Oh, she used defense magic. Okay. Wow, she has so much mana. Damn. So yeah, these are, I guess these are the side effects. So she's like, what the hell? Hmm. Yeah. What? Oh. Wow. What? Oh my god. Go to the bath. What, they're making pizza or something? They are making pizza. I guess. Or okonomiyaki, I guess, in this. Bruh. Wow. Damn! Dragon tail soup. Okay, like I said, it's kind of weird that Falin. Okay, you're literally eating what your body is made of, I guess. Right. Right. Beef. What? Hmm. But what happened? Okay. Yeah, this is dragon. What are you talking about? Doesn't resemble anything. It's just dragon. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Typical siblings. Yeah, they ate a lot of things. Now that I think about it. Fishman. No, we don't. That because that's a man. Yeah, because he has one with him. Marcel will be like, the hell is this? Hey yo, because of this thing tried to run away in times of pulmonota. Yeah, I wanna fight? Oh my god. Yeah, that's a problem because it flew away or ran away. Oh, that's quite fun. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. 7 toilets. Oh, is she feeling some? What the? Hey! What? What is it? Oh, ghost because she has ghost. Like like sensitivity or whatever you call it. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, he's still struggling with the leg. Can she heal him? Oh. Oh wow. Yeah. The frog dress. Is it? Oh. Whoa. The dragon. Who is this? Oh my god, is that what the hell? What how is that person in the living portrait? How is he or she outside? I'm not sure that I think that's a girl, most probably. Oh, and it's like she's a dark elf, isn't she? I think so. That's why she was like looking at the forbidden magic because like that's like okay. But like the bigger question is how is he or she outside? Okay. Like I'm now thinking where is this going to go? We have saved Fallin. Now what? Like, I don't think. Well, like, I guess our main goal for now is to get out of the dungeon. That's our goal. I guess that's what we're going to be doing now. Like, okay. Hmm. That is it. Oh wow, that was today's episode. Okay, I wasn't expecting this again. I didn't know what I was expecting. But definitely not this. That they're going to be using the dragon to bring her back. Dragon and the bones of the wargs and her own bone. Okay, so here's the thing. So basically, like I was thinking, like how is this even going to work? First of all, like I guess they really like very carefully like examined the bones and put it properly. So I guess the bone structure is like a human. Um, they probably like most of the bones that they used were like Falin's bones, and I'm guessing a few of them that were missing, they kind of substituted them with the warg's bones. For example, I think like they used the vertebra and everything, like a few of them. So it's like like puzzle pieces. Like they kind of use the particular one that is needed and a particular section. That's how they reconstructed back Falin and her like skeleton structure. I can understand that, but I don't understand how they were able to bring her like body back. Like they used the warg and the dragon's meat, didn't they? Like how are they able to get her own body back? Like like her like a human skin and everything. How did they get that? I don't understand that part. Because I was thinking like like I was like I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't know where this is going to go. Like because first of all, the first thing that I thought was that this is not going to happen. In no way are they bringing her back, because every single show that I've seen that goes into this territory of like human resurrection from like literally a dead person, it goes in a wrong direction every single time. Like obviously the biggest example is Full Metal Alchemist. And then I've seen a lot of other shows as well which it goes in that direction. But here I was also thinking something like that is going to happen. No, it didn't. That's the first surprise. And like I said, I can understand the skeletal structure, but I don't understand how can they bring her skin back. Like her body, her skin, her facial structure. How did that work? Like, you know what? It's like I'm guessing it's like very technical stuff. I don't know, maybe because yeah, like skeletal structure is understandable, but didn't they use the meat, like the dragon meat? Like, shouldn't her skin be red or something? I don't know, like a dragon skin she have, like with scales and stuff. Shouldn't isn't that how she should be? Like like I don't know, like what I kind of expected was her like appearance and everything would be like Falin, but her skin and everything would be like dragon skin or something. That's what I thought. Okay, you know what? Let me just go back. They used dragon meat, didn't they? You know what? Let me just read that part if I missed something here. Okay, could she be resurrected from that condition? Resurrection office, okay, all that, and then Marcel is like, no, we cannot do that. The whole like like the integrity of the soul and everything is just going to get broken. Okay, here we go. So she says that when we do that, we need blood, a lot of blood, and a lot of other stuff we need. Okay, where is it? Here we go. We need to bring substantial amount of fresh blood and flesh. Okay, and she says we have abundance of fresh blood and flesh right here. So yeah, it's the dragon. Okay, are you going to resurrect her, this and that, using dragon flesh? There you go. Right. So yeah, I'm thinking like I'm just thinking like, so what does that mean? Does that mean that it's the soul that makes the body? You know, is it because that's the only answer I can come up with. They used dragon flesh to resurrect her, shouldn't she look like a dragon? But the fact that she looks like this, it kind of proves that it's the influence of the soul that makes your body. Like, like because her soul was of herself, of Falin's, the reconstructed body, even if it was made from dragon flesh, it still resembles her. It's the soul that structures her appearance, outside appearance. Is that what this proves? Because I was genuinely like, surprised. Like, I don't know. I don't have any other explanation for this. Like, I genuinely expected her to look like a dragon. Like, she's going to get resurrected. She would have like red skin, like maybe like scales and stuff. And something like that I thought was going to happen. But no, she looks like a human. So it means that it's the soul that structures your outside appearance, how you look like. It's probably the soul that remembers your body structure, the way you look like, your appearance. And since it's imprinted in the soul, because of the soul's influence, even if you use the flesh from a dragon, it reconstructed the body so that you look like a human, because that's imprinted in your soul. That's the only explanation I can come up with. So yeah, I'm just going to go with that for now. I don't know if they're going to go more detail into this and they'll explain it or something. But even if they don't explain, this is just the explanation that I'm going to go with. Unless you have a better explanation, you can write that in the comment. No spoilers though, but you can write it in the comments. But this is just how I see. The soul structured her body. That is why even though you use dragon flesh, she still looks like her. Like in her soul, it is imprinted. How she looks like, her personality and everything. Like, I can understand the personality still being the same, because personality and everything definitely in the soul. But maybe even the outside, appearance and how you look like, all that stuff is also imprinted in the soul. That also explains why she has that scar. You see that part where Marcel was like, oh, what the hell is that? A friend, she's like, oh, it's a scar I got in my childhood. Yeah, it even replicated the scar. So yeah, I think I'm correct. I'm 80% sure I'm correct. It's the soul. The soul has the body, how the body looks like and everything imprinted in it. So even though they used dragon flesh, it literally reproduced her body, even with the scar. The scar is also there, because that's how, it is imprinted in her soul. So that would make sense, I guess. Okay. Anyways, that's just the explanation that I'm going to go with. Either way, yeah, and I was surprised. It was a surprise. I expected this to go in a very bad direction. And even after she was resurrected, I was just like, there must be something. There must be some kind of difference. How is everything, I was just expecting her to, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what I was expecting, like I said. I thought there would be some kind of difference, maybe in her personality or something going wrong, even after she was resurrected. But throughout this whole episode, it seems everything is fine. She's just back to the normal. Only difference is her, I guess, exponential increase in mana capabilities. Mana capacity or something. Maybe that is the reason behind it, is because they use the dragon flesh or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's the only difference she has, which is, I guess, a pro. That's not like a con or a disadvantage. It's a pro. It's a good thing that she has more mana now. So I was expecting some kind of bad side effects or something. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, looks like everything is okay. Let's wait and see. And she even has her memories and everything. It makes sense because, like I said, the soul, it definitely contains the memories of a person, since it's the soul. And all that stuff. And her personality, the way she is. And from the looks of it, it also seems like her outer appearance was also engraved in her soul. That's why it was reproduced perfectly. Yeah, so that's why she's just back to normal, even though they used dragon blood and dragon meat. So yeah, it's definitely the dragon, flesh and the dragon blood. That is why she has this amount of increased mana now. And I'm just thinking, she has dragon blood running through her veins now, isn't she? So she's I don't know, she has dragon blood in her. That's interesting. Like in a lot of games and stuff, we've seen like people who have like the blood of a dragon move, like going through them, and they're like very strong because of that, and like stuff like that. So is something like that going to happen to her? That'll be kind of crazy, like, because yeah, she literally has dragon blood in her veins now. She, and that is probably why she has so much mana, because the dragon blood is probably infused with so much mana. Damn. Okay. You know what? I'm interested in seeing where this is going to go, because in no way do I believe that there is no side effects. There definitely has something definitely has changed within her that they cannot tell now. But from the looks of it, it seems like it'll be something positive. Like like I said, like she literally has dragon blood in her, and that's why it's probably increasing her mana and everything. So it might be something like an advantage, like like a like that she gains because of that. Or you know what, yeah, let's see how this goes. But yeah, really good episode. And obviously Falin, after being brought back, like Marcel, like like obviously, like just talks to her and tells her about what has happened, how they came here, all that stuff. And Laios also talked to her and told her that don't ever do that again. You know, um, like the way you pushed yourself into danger to save us. And also, there was like a section where they had a conversation about dark elves. So interesting, where Chilchak was like, "Oh, what the hell?" Like she was hiding this, and he's like, "Oh, I wonder if this is some kind of like like she's like related to the dark elves or something. Maybe that's why she's using forbidden magic." Now here's the thing. Marcel says a very interesting thing. She says like, "What are you on about? Like forbidden magic is forbidden magic. It's not exclusive to like someone or some race. That's not how it is. You the way you use something shows how, like like you can use something for good as well. A knife is a weapon when it's in the hands of someone who has that type of tendencies, but it's a tool for cooking when it's in the hand of someone else. It depends. It's not the tool's fault, it's the fault of the user. So, which is, yeah, definitely true. And she's like, I use the forbidden magic to help people out, and that is why I have, like I came to the magic school to learn more about magic and stuff. Like I use it for that. So that's why she got pissed off at that like comment. She was like yeah, like it's not that, like. So that was an interesting thing, and I thought that she was mad because he compared her to a dark elf. Because in most of a lot of the shows I've seen, like high elves, and I think like high elves, is that what they're called? Yeah, like the high elves, and the dark elves, they always have like a rivalry going on, each trying to like each are at each other's throats, like in a lot of the like the games and stuff like that we've played. That is the thing. Just like how dwarves and elves have like a rivalry, dark elves and high elves have rivalries as well. I'm not sure about the wood elves though. I'm not really sure, like there's wood elves as well. I don't know if this show has wood elves or high elves, stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but like they have like this type of a thing. And I thought that's why she got pissed off, but she got pissed off because Chilchak was like like saying stuff like, oh, like like using forbidden magic, and kind of saying stuff like that. And she was like, no, like it doesn't matter, even if it's forbidden magic. If I use it for something good, it is good. I'm using it for something. And she also does mention that, but here's the thing, hear me out. Don't use it for stuff like this. This was an emergency, and this was something I just did in desperation. you know this is not recommended. We shouldn't be doing stuff like this. So yeah, and there you go. And that is why in the end I feel like I don't know where the hell she came from, she or he, that person in the end that we saw. But I'm pretty sure that's a dark elf. And the fact that he or she saw the magic circle, and they were like looking at it, so I feel like there'll be something. But the biggest question is, how is that person outside? That person was in a painting. Like, what the hell happened? You know what? Let's wait and see. But yeah, now our priority is getting out of the dungeon. So Let's go. Oh, another thing I was like thinking, I was like, how can they eat dragon meat when they literally made Falin using that dragon meat? You know, and Falin is just like, oh, this is so delicious. She's literally eating what her body is made of. Absolutely insane. Oh my god, that is crazy. And Elias and everyone else was like, oh, it's fine. Like, yeah, so what? But yeah, I don't know. Either way, and you can see even Marcel has gotten so much more used to eating, like, like monsters. Like she at the very beginning of this season, she was always like, "What the hell are you eating? Like, like how can we eat something like this?" And now she's like, "Ah, whatever. It's the same old thing." So yeah, she's just accepted it. And she was thinking if, like, like Falin was going to look at them weirdly when she knows that they're eating monsters. But Falin was like, oh wow, this is so cool. Oh, I want to eat some too. And yeah, there you go. Typical brother and sister, like brother, like sister. Okay, and yeah, there you go. That was today's episode. Right. Very interesting development. I wasn't expecting this. So yeah, let's see. Right. So now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the first part of today's episode, we get to see them finding the skull, and like I'm just thinking, like just imagine this scenario. I'm just thinking this is like a hypothetical scenario. Like the skull that they found was Falin's skull and everything, so they were able to reconstruct her back. Just imagine a scenario where the dragon ate Falin and maybe ate some other humans. Then the dragon, something happened, maybe, like, I don't know, like stomach problems or something. Like threw out Falin, like completely vomited her out. And Falin somehow ran away. But the other person was still inside him. And, the dragon digested the person, and now the skull and everything is actually that person's. The staff was the Falin stuff because Falin wasn't, like, when she was regurgitated out, the stuff was still in. So that's why the stuff was still there. Now just imagine a scenario like that. So Marcel and Marcel and all of them, they would think that, oh, this is, like Falin's body, Falin's skull. So they would reconstruct it and resurrect it to find out it's a completely unknown random stranger. I'm just imagining a scenario like that, and Falin is nowhere in there. So that would be kind of funny, like they would have expected it to be Falin, but it turns out it's some random dude just there. They're like, what the hell? What's happening? But yeah, obviously that's not the case. This was Falin. And yeah, so they find out the skull, and so Laios is like, okay, you know what? Still a chance. You know, I don't know if we'll be able to reconstruct her back and bring her back from the dead, but let's just do it. And his plan was literally take everything, because like everything, all the bones and everything, it doesn't matter who it is. Literally take everything and bring it to the resurrection office, and then resurrect them back. So Marcel says, I do not recommend that because, the bond between her soul and flesh is very fragile right now. Moving her remains is risky. Greater the damage to one's flesh, the more likely the soul is to depart. The main reason some resurrection fail is the soul's departure of the incomplete restoration of the body. Yeah. So what she said is like we need to properly reconstruct her body. Otherwise, the more her body is deconstructed, the more and more the soul will leave. So currently, Falin's body is like in tatters, and the soul was probably somehow holding on to it in some way or the other. But it's like in the verge of breaking off. So if they take that and bring it outside, it'll take a long while for them to get outside first, number one. Then number two, like, a lot of the, like, like this, the transportation, like, like the stress that it would put on the thing, it'll probably like rattle the soul even more, and ultimately they won't be able to bring her back. So that's why she's like, I don't recommend it. Like, let's just keep it like this, and do it here. Otherwise, if you try to take her out, it might be a problem, and that is a lot of resurrections fails because of that. First thing they say is like, oh, should we bring in a resurrector? Like, not a resurrector, but someone who can do resurrection. they were thinking. But then again, that would take a lot of time. They had to go out, they had to like hire someone, they have to bring them in. And Marcel says that, like, I'm not as good as Fallen, but I also know how to resurrect. And she says that here she reveals that she knows dark magic, or forbidden magic as they call it. Okay, first of all, there's a few things that they need: proper reconstruction of the bones and everything. Then they need the flesh, a lot of flesh, a lot of blood, and twice the calories. So it takes twice the calories of the damaged parts. Oh, so you literally need double of her to, that's why if she had, like, I don't know, like 68 kilograms of flesh in her body, now they would need literally like the double of it, like 136 or something like that they'll need. So like kg of flesh, something like that. And if like she had, like, I don't know, like how many, like some amount of liters of blood, that literally need the double of it. So something like that. And then they were like, then what do we do about that? And she's like, we have it here, the dragon stuff. So obviously, like, Chilchak asks, like, the resurrection magic isn't a specialty, so how can you do it? And this is where she reveals, I've been silent about it because I didn't want to alarm you, but I specialize in the study of ancient magic that is forbidden. So she knows how to, like, reconstruct someone back, like this. So she doesn't really know resurrection that much, but she knows the, like, forbidden magic, so something like that. And she obviously, like, everyone has their doubts about this, but Lars is like, do it, just, like, somehow bring her back. She did kind of mention that people do use ghosts and pigs as flesh replacement, so it's fine. It has been done before. Only this time they're using, like, dragon. So there you go. So they're like, first we need to reconstruct the body back. So they start reconstructing the body. First they make, like, the takes the different bones. There's like so many bones, and they have, obviously they don't need that much, so they're going to, like, properly try to see which are the human bones, reconstructing it back. If they're missing some bone piece, they're kind of replenishing it with using the warp bones, and that's how they are doing it. And it takes a while for them. um Here we go. They talk about the vertebra, where they said the vertebra that connects the ribs. This is easy as well, since the curvature of the spine is so distinct. So because the warg and the human curvature was distinct, it was easy for them to reconstruct the vertebra using some replacements from the warg. And then they're sorting them out properly, putting them in like puzzle pieces. Okay, so then finally they have made the structure. Right. Okay, so here Chilchak says, like, could we, like, bring back the warg alongside it as well? Like, wouldn't that be a problem? At which finally says, like, only souls confined in dungeons are those of humans, which kind of makes sense, because otherwise it'll be a problem. Otherwise this place would be crowded with the souls of all sorts of creatures. True. So yeah, there you go. Like, now they begin their, like, forbidden magic. So I was expecting something going wrong completely, but she was able to do it. She does fall unconscious, but Falin is back, and the blood was, like, there in her windpipe, so she has to, like, throw up for a bit, and then she recognizes everyone, and all that stuff. Her memory is a bit discombobulated, but she does remember everything, most of the things. She remembers everyone else, and they introduce her to Senshi, and Marcel also wakes up, and Marcel's like, where's Falin? And Falin is there, and she hugs her, and there you go. Then obviously the first thing is to go take a bath. So they're in the bath, and here Marcel is looking to see whether there's something different about her or anything. But no, her whole body has been reconstructed. And yeah, so there you go. That is why. And here is where she says, like, oh, you have a bruise here? And she says, like, that's from when I tripped, when I bumped my chin in the edge of the steps as a kid. So there you go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, this kind of proves that even though they use dragon's flesh, it is the soul that reconstructs the body. So in her soul, it has been engraved that she's a human and how she looks like. Even the scar was there engraved in her soul. So when they reconstructed her back, she literally took her human form. It didn't go in a different way or in a different direction. So something like that. Right. Either way, so you can see Marcel Falin is like filled with magic. She's like, oh, I have a lot of abandoned magic now. It's probably because of the dragon flesh and the dragon blood running through her. I think so. But yeah, she has a lot of mana. Either way, they kind of talk about it, and she asks about Shuro and the other girl. What's her name? Namari, yeah. And she also asks her about the magic circle outside, all that stuff. And yeah, and Marcel says like everything is okay, don't worry about it. We can just erase the magic circle and it'll be fine. And yeah, there you go. They're just having normal conversation. Outside, you see Chilchak is like, yeah, now what do we do? We have to first of all we have to get out. Then we don't have any money. And Lais is like, I do have some savings. And Chilchak also mentions about black magic and says like, did you know about it? Okay, Laius knew about it or had an idea because Marcel told him about it. I'm guessing. She mentioned wanting to explore the dungeon for her studies. There you go. And he's like, oh, she's not one of those dark elves, is she? And she's like, the hell are you calling me? And then she's like like yeah, like she just says it wouldn't be if it was harmless, it wouldn't be forbidden, right? And she says like, what are you talking about? Like a blade, it depends on how you use it. I'm going to use it for something good, so that's why I like study it. And she does say that, but you know what, this was an exception. Don't try to do stuff like this, like resurrecting using like dragon meat and some, no. Either way, they're talking about it when they realize that Senshi's outside probably going to cook the dragon, but they're not supposed to make a flame. It's going to burst the whole thing, like the whole place is going to become a sea of fire. So they quickly go and try to stop Senshi. Senshi has done this with the thing. Spark comes out, the blast of like fire, but Falin uses like a shield to save him. And there you go. And you can see like the way she was able to do that so quickly without any incantation is probably because of the blood, her blood or her dragon flesh or whatever, the change that has come within her. So either way, Laius is like, come on, Senshi, I told you, like they use it for like fuel, so you shouldn't like make sparks here. Either way, Senshi's like, okay, you know what? Like I need to get like the fat was burning, so he was like, I need to get the meat from there. So yeah, I'm gonna cook this. So he starts like cooking the stuff and he makes a lot of things using the dragon. First of all, he makes like a pizza kind of thing. Then he makes like a dragon tail soup or whatever. Then he makes like a steak, all that stuff. And yeah, so they're eating it, and like Marcel was kind of skeptical. She was like, Falin, about this, we're actually eating monster meat because like we don't have money. So hope you're not weirded out by that. And Falin's like, wow, that's so cool. I want to do that too. I want to eat monster. Like, and yeah, obviously, this shows their siblings. Like typical response. Right, and they talk about the living armor as well, and they kind of compare this to living armor, where Laius is like, "What the hell are you talking about? This ain't. Why are you comparing this to something else? This is dragon meat, and this is how it should be. Don't compare it to some other stuff, And and when they talk about the living armor, like Senshi kind of like is not Senshi, sorry, Chilchek is kind of like, oh, we already have a sample of it, so yeah, bring it out, Laios. Tell every one of us, like what you have done. Marcel had no clue about it, neither did Senshi. So Marcel is like, what are you talking about? So yeah, this is where he reveals the sword and the the thing, the mollusk within it. And yeah, and everyone has like mixed reactions about it. And Laius is like, yeah, I plan to keep it temporarily until I found a weapon. But yeah, this is okay. So Chilchak is like, you better like from here onwards, don't try to keep these things a secret. Tell this to your friends because otherwise it'll take down the trust in you. Okay. Either way, like like all that aside, later on they come to like a little house kind of thing where they go in and they're going to stay here for today. And you can see that Falin looks at one of the ghosts, I'm guessing, living here, a little girl. And Lias is like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, it's like a resident." And obviously, there's nothing in front of her. And Lias probably realized she's talking about a ghost, and he's like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. So there you go. Later on, Falin and Marcel have a few more conversations. Like before going to sleep, Falin, Marcel kind of hugs her, and she's like, "Oh, you'll always be that little girl in front of me." Because yeah, I guess she's quite, like a lot older than uh, what's her name? Falin. Yeah. From the comments, I know like Marcel is like at her 50s or something. She isn't as old as a lot of other elves are, but she is still old, a lot older than everyone. Um, yeah. So either way, she's like, "Oh, like I'll go and say goodbye to my brother." So she goes there, and Laios is like leg is still like that because Marcel wasn't able to properly cast proper um, healing magic on him, restoration magic. So the part was still there, the mark was still there, and he was like scratching it because it was probably being bothersome to him. You know. So yeah, like Falcon comes in and like immediately heals it, like clean everything, like no mark or anything. The itching also probably subsided, and there you go. And she's like, "Oh, you did something reckless, didn't you?" And Liza's like, "Yeah, you're telling me that? Like, what did you do? You did something even more reckless." And he tells her that don't do it from here onwards. Don't try to do something like that. Like, yeah, there you go. And there you go. That was that. And then in the end, we see that elf come in, that girl from the painting, and yeah, a lot of questions. How did that elf come out? What the hell is happening? You know, how like he or she was supposed to be in the painting. How are they outside now? All these questions. Yeah, let's wait and see. And there you go. That was today's episode number 12 of Dungeon Meshi. Very interesting development. I wasn't expecting this. So yeah, let's see. So thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Dungeon Meshi. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.